Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
What's going on, everybody? Cappers Nation Live, Wednesday, the 19th of February, game day edition. Welcome, 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 everybody. Glad to have everybody here. It is going to be another great day today. Congratulations, everybody. Tailing the show yesterday, live leans, all of that good stuff. Another winning day nonetheless. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And it's going to be another good time. So glad to have everybody tuning in. Nonetheless, another day, another dollar, and some more big winners coming up for everybody. I see we got a little lag going this morning, so let me try and correct some of that. Let me shut down the Twitch. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully everybody had a nice day yesterday, another winning day. Premium plays. We're going to do a full recap of all of that good stuff here in just a little bit. Let's take a look. Let's see who's here. Shane, what's going on? Says, what's up, Kyle? I guess I should have listened to you yesterday. Tough night for me. I always hate hearing when people have tough nights, but it's okay. I'm sure you'll have a nice big bounce back today. Michael, good morning. Prantia, good morning. Alejandro says, I don't see you, Kyle. Don't worry, you will. Here we are. Matt, what's going on? Oliver, Balling Pros in the house. Trainwreck 00. Henry, what's going on? Who else is tuning in? J Viv says Furman +5. Lock of the night. We heard people touting some locks of the night last night that didn't come through. Also says Wake Forest -1.5 equals a lock. Well, what equals a lock? That's what I'd like to know. Justice, good morning. Eddie Sports, good morning. Eddie Sports Money, what's going on? Neverez in the house. I'm always ready to crush the books. J Viv, always ready. Bo King in the house. Thomas McDonald, what's going on? Glad to have everybody tuning in. Where's my brother William? Haven't heard from him in a while. Will, where are you, buddy? Alrighty, folks. Wednesday, hump day, right in the middle of the week. And you know what? We've got a game of the week today. My very big personal play game of the week goes down tonight. If you were on it last week as part of the makeup, because I don't usually lose them, sometimes I do. On the rare occasion that I do, we always take care of our clients. And you guys already have it in your account. You just got to log in and get it. La Graza says, God, I love this, dude. Thank you. Appreciate that. Stat Guap, a.k.a. Nervous Guap, 5150 in the house. Joe in the house. Clarence Davis in the house. Always going to be a good day today. So we've got some hump day action, premium plays, another lights out day yesterday. Let's do a full recap. That way we can get that underway. Why do we do the recap? Because it's called transparency. Where other people won't talk about their losses, we will. However, we didn't lose yesterday. So, Anthony, what's going on? So let's start out with the free plays. Yesterday's daily free play. You either pushed or you won. Most people won. However, we're going to recap it anyways. Nevada, New Mexico. We gave out the under, gave it out a little early. As soon as we gave it out, that line shifted. Before I actually even think it was posted to YouTube, had already went up from 162 to 163. Closed at 164. I heard a couple people even getting 164.5. So if you got the under 162, you either pushed or you made money there. Chido in the house, what's going on? So you either pushed or you won on that one. However, we'll grade it as a push because we gave it out at 162, even though when it got posted to YouTube, that line was already higher. But we don't need to try and steal a play to pad our record here. Also, daily live show yesterday gave you guys a free. This is what sucks. We had 4 premium plays yesterday. That was the only losing one. That was the only losing premium play that we had yesterday on Akron. So that always sucks. When you give out 4 premium plays, I pick one for you guys during the live show, and we end up losing that one. That one is always tough. However, the rest of the premium plays, Dayton on the money line minus $1.45. Ole Miss and Missouri over 133. And then we also hit Baylor on the money line minus $1.65. Big winner for us as well. Our premium play clients on another winning day. After 2-0 to start the week on Monday, back it up with a nice big 3-1 on Tuesday. So nice day there. And yeah, Alan, Akron definitely had a nice little lead going, and they just couldn't cover late, unfortunately. So 3-1 on premium plays, a little 5-1 run, which is a nice little makeup. Got a lot more to go, a lot more bigger things to do. And we'll keep it rolling. My personal plays ended up splitting out yesterday, going 2-2. Losing Tennessee and Maryland early. Tennessee laying 12.5, couldn't cover. Maryland laying the big 13, couldn't cover there. Creighton plus the 3, which was one of my biggest personal plays. That one, and then as well as Dayton on the money line, double dip in there. So ended up going 2-2 on my personal plays. Premium plays, the big premium plays, 3-1. Live show yesterday, another winning day from the live show. Jerry, good morning. Thanks for tuning in. Speaking of the live show, guys, we have not had a losing day during the live show on live show leans in the last 7 straight days. 7 straight days without a losing day. We've actually gone 8-2. 8 out of the last 10 days, we've had 8 winning days during the live show. And if I go back farther than that, I stopped counting. That was when I was fishing and didn't have a live show for a couple of days. So I'd have to go back farther than that. And I'm sure the record's even better than that. Matter of fact, I know it is. I know it is. So definitely another nice big day yesterday. Leans ended up going 4-2, 4-1 depending on the Arkansas-Florida total, if you actually bet it or not. But we did lean towards it. Arkansas plus a 7.5. 140.5, dropped that one. Bryant plus 1. Everything in the world supported that one. And that was a nice winner there. Wisconsin moneyline winner. Purdue, Wisconsin over. Nevada as well. So not a bad day. Another 4-2 day on the live show, which makes the run now 20-7. 20-7 with a plus 240 dog mixed in the works there. Not bad if you're asking me. Not bad if you're asking me. 7 straight days without a losing day on the live show. We'll try and make it 8 straight today. There's definitely some good quality games to break down today. A lot more games on the board than we've had the last couple days to deal with. And it's going to be a good time. Going to be a good time. But first, tomorrow's live show. Tomorrow's live show is going to take place a little bit earlier in the morning tomorrow. I do apologize. Need to do the live show before we leave Phoenix. If not, it won't take place until much later in the evening, if at all. So I'd rather do a live show in the morning. If you guys miss it, that's fine. You can watch the archive version. But we're going to do a live show tomorrow. Not sure of the time just yet. I believe it's going to be right around, I believe, 10 a.m. No, 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So, no, is it 9? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll send out an email, let everybody know. I'll post up on my Twitter and the YouTube community page. But either way, tomorrow's live show is going to take place earlier than normal. I do apologize. But it's either that or not have one at all tomorrow. And I'd like to keep a show rolling tomorrow. Speaking of the live shows, starting later next week at some point, we're going to start switching to our 2-time-a-day live show format. As always, the first time will be the normal time, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. And then we'll also have another show in the afternoon as well. Jeff, that is a nice setup watching, although it says smile. I don't know if I'd want to see myself on the big screen that big, but I do appreciate the picture. Ruben says, good morning, Kyle and Cap Nation at work today, so hiding out, LOL. Grant, they actually forwarded me your email and they asked when I thought would be the best time to do this, and I think it should be starting in the next day or two. They'll definitely do an early bird special for the Major League Baseball system plays. Last year, the season was a steal at $1,500, but they're definitely going to do an early bird special. It's after not just you, but we actually had quite a few people asking about them and asking if we would do something special for an early bird season. So there should definitely be something coming up for that. I believe it's going to be priced right around $1,000. It'll be 33% off for the entire season. So that'll be a good deal. So keep an eye out on your email. But that grant will be out here shortly. That one will definitely be out very shortly. And System Plays is always a good time. I can't wait, to be honest. Mr. Blevins, what's going on, sir? Crazy Fly Gaming says, thoughts on Tulane +7. Well, we'll see if we can possibly take a look at that game if we have time. Tulane playing SMU. Alrighty, folks. So let's get this show on the road because I do end up getting to, it's actually a privilege. I actually feel very lucky that I get to, but I get to go pick up my little one from school today. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be live for an extreme amount of time, but we'll definitely be live for quite a while. So let's get this show on the road. Balling Pros, you have many different options. Randy C, what's going on? You have many different options. Balling Pros to deposit Bitcoin is what I recommend. Bitcoin is always what I'd say would be the preferred method. It's the fastest way to get paid out, that's for sure. So, now that we did the recap, we can get everything up and running. That way we can get this live show started. And don't forget my big personal play game of the week. You must be signed up by 8 p.m. Eastern time today. You have to be signed up by 8 p.m. Eastern time today to be eligible to get on it. If you're not already on it, it's $100. Guaranteed to win, or you'll get the next one absolutely free. My guarantee to you is we will make you money on it. If for some reason we don't win tonight, which I know we are, but if for some reason we don't, I'll give you the next one free as a nice big makeup. 1 second, folks. Just getting everything situated here. And then we've got live show breakdowns coming up. Jonathan, what's going on? Thomas, I hope you and your 3-year-old get better. Being sick is definitely... No, Grant, must not have been me because we've never did a $500 early bird on the System Plays. And they didn't even do an early bird last year. They never did an early bird last year. Taking a look at what they did. They did a sale for the last month and a half of the season for $500 is what they did. But they didn't do the full season. They would never do the full season for $500, that's for sure. That they will never do. That I promise you. System plays are the bread and butter of baseball, and they know it. Thomas has been really lucky on parlay action lately. Excellent. Good to hear. Be careful with the parlays. They can always catch you. Alrighty, so first game that we're going to break down today. We're going to break down Michigan at Rutgers, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. This is going to be the very first game that we touch today, game 783, 784. I do not have a play on this one. It's not a personal play. It's not a premium play. No, Matthew, it's not my company. Cappers Direct is not mine. The Cappers Nation brand is mine. However, Cappers Direct is not mine. I am just an employee who's paid very well to be here. Jeff says it should be. You never know. Maybe one day. I've inquired. But as of right now, I like my responsibilities of coming in, doing my job, getting that nice chunky paycheck, making money on the games. I don't have to worry about the BS behind the scenes or anything like that. So that part is nice. But no, Matthew, it's not mine. Wish it was. We do some more things differently. Nevertheless, the office here was not specifically for me. We actually are hiring a handful of marketing, digital marketing, and advertising individuals, and that's who this office is mainly for. The Arizona office, obviously, I have an office in there for the fact that I'm down there quite a bit and will be down there a lot more in the near future. But I'll be going back and forth. I'll still be in Vegas more than I am in Arizona, but know that it's not a sales office. It's was open just because finding quality digital marketing advertising specialists in Vegas is a very unique market. Employment in the Vegas or in Las Vegas as a whole is a very unique market. There's more coming in that are transplants from other states. A lot of Californians coming into Vegas. But a lot of people, if they come to school, it's not advertising, marketing, Google, pay-per-click, Google AdWord expertise, stuff like that. So finding quality talent in the Vegas area for certain industries like web design or IT is very difficult. So rather than move people to Vegas, and Thomas, you're right. Finding good help is hard. So rather than moving individuals to Vegas, a company decided to open up an office for the strict purpose of advertising and marketing out of. So we do a lot of advertising, a lot of marketing. YouTube is just fun. YouTube's my pet project, basically. Posting the videos on YouTube is our pet project. We've always been around long before we were posting on YouTube, that's for sure. So it's just an expansion move, that's all, and it works out perfect for me because I get another office to work out of. Jeff says the $250 personal package, sign up, boys, bunch of winners. That's a definite good package, Jeff, and I do appreciate you jumping on board that package. Jeff got 5 days of my personal plays, my game of the week today. Also got Guaranteed Saturday and the big Sunday play included, all for $250. Killer deal, and you can pick between premium plays or personals. Thomas says, I do marketing sales and the work, long hours, but it pays well. Definitely. So that's the story behind the West Phoenix office and what they're doing. So will it mean more people on the big screen? No. And they're also hiring, I don't even know what you would call it. They're calling it a digital content creator. And it's supposed to be somebody that's supposed to help with the live shows, as well as take little tidbits out of the live show highlights and create other videos and other advertising and marketing things, and pull out the guts of the show and recreate little videos and stuff like that. So they're definitely doing a lot, and you'll start seeing some changes over the summertime. Hold on one second. All right. No problem there. Thomas, all about building brand. Absolutely. But yeah, Cappers Direct, not mine. The Cappers Nation brand is mine. Cappers Nation is the live show is mine. So if I ever left, I get to take the live show and the name wherever I go, which is nice. I made sure that happened. So the live show is my little pet project. YouTube's my pet project, so it's always fun. But I work for a great company. I work for some really good guys. They take good care of me. And I get some good leeway. All right, so with that being said, first game day breakdown, Michigan at Rutgers. Guys. Michigan 16-9 for the Wolverines. Juwan Howard and his program riding a 3-game win streak over Michigan State, Northwestern, and Indiana. They've won 5 out of their last 6 games, with their only loss coming at home to Ohio State, guys. 7-7 in conference play. They've definitely been struggling in the Big Ten Conference, and they definitely today have a big matchup. They've got a must-win matchup over Rutgers on the road. It's definitely going to be a tough task. They've already beat them once this year in a conference game. It was a neutral site game. They beat them 69-63 back on February 1st, guys, just 18 days ago. Big Tom in the house. Good morning. And we all know, Michigan, if they play a full 40 minutes, they play a dominating game like they did against Indiana. Okay, same thing against Northwestern. If they play a full 40 minutes, they will play a dominating game. We all know their home court advantage. They've got a decent home court advantage when they play at the Chrysler Center, but they're playing on the road today. So take a look at what they've done on the road. They've won their last 2 road games and a neutral site game, winning against Northwestern on the road, beating them by 25, beating Rutgers, obviously, on a neutral site court, and then beating Nebraska by 11. Before that, they had 3, 4, 5 straight road losses to start the year. An overtime road loss, actually an overtime home loss. But road losses on the road have been a big thing for Michigan. They've struggled to win on the road. However, their last 3 times away from the Chrysler Center have all been victorious and produced wins. So that's something Juwan Howard's been working on, is getting their program to win away from home. Taking a look at the Scarlet Knights, guys. 18-8 on the year, 9-6 in conference play. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to jump straight down to the home court advantage at the Rutgers Athletic Center. It's real, guys. 3.8. It makes it the 52nd toughest place to play in all of Division I. So we'll give a 2-point advantage for playing at home here. And when you're taking a look at the line, guys, Rutgers opened up as a 1.5-point favorite. They're now laying 2.5. Michigan catching 2.5. So basically, if this was a neutral site game, again, if it would have been a second neutral site game of the year, the bookmakers, basically what they're saying is it probably would be a pick 'em, if not Michigan laying 0.5 to 1 as the opening number. Total opened up at 134. It's down a full point to 133 and staying strong just about everywhere. 5 Dimes, Bovada, Bet DSI, the station's properties, Caesars, the D Casino, MGM, and the Westgate, all the same at 133. Taking a look at Rutgers and what they've done recently, they've won 2 out of their last 3 games. However, they've lost 3 out of their last 5. Their only wins out of the last 5 games coming by way of the Fighting Illini of Illinois, beating them 72-57 at home this last Saturday. And a week ago Sunday, they beat up Northwestern at home 77-73. Taking a look at what they've done at home for Rutgers, guys, and they have not lost at home. All right, they have not lost at home. They are undefeated at home. They've got a couple neutral site losses against St. Bonnie and Michigan, and which obviously was their neutral site loss to Michigan earlier in the month. Other than that, they've got road losses to Ohio State, Maryland, Iowa, the Fighting Illini, Michigan State, and Pittsburgh. Undefeated at home. They play exceptional at home. And let's take a look at both programs because this is definitely going to be a good game. Shane says, thumbs up, everyone. Yes, first of all, if you're new to our channel, I know we've picked up a lot of new subscribers over the last couple of days. But if you haven't already done so, if you're new to our YouTube channel, first of all, we go live 7 days a week. 365 days a year, free content. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, all right? Right down below, hit that subscribe button. It takes 1 second out of your day. Hit that subscribe button, tap that little bell right next to it. That way you get notified every single time we put out a video. You'll be notified. Doesn't matter if it's a live show like this or our daily free play pre-recorded video, you will be notified. So hit that subscribe button, guys. And then when you're done with that, do us a huge favor. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work that we do to bring you guys the free content 7 days a week, 365 days a year, rain, shine, sick, healthy. By giving us a thumbs up, by taking a second out of your day, giving us a big thumbs up, it definitely helps us, gets our video trending on YouTube, gets us going in the right direction, okay? Gets our video in the right direction. And let me tell you, the bigger we make this, the more I'll be able to do for you guys absolutely free. And if you guys haven't seen that already, the transitions over the last couple years, now giving you guys live, free, real-time odds. And speaking of real-time odds, if you want access to 100% real-time, not delayed odds, just click that link. We've got them right on our website, 100% free for you guys. So do us a big favor, give us a big thumbs up. To the 2 douchebags that gave the thumbs down, I thank you as well. You still help us in our endeavors, even though you think that you're hurting us and you're hurting my feelers by giving a thumbs down. But in reality, I'm smiling and I'm laughing at you. So thank you for giving us a thumbs down, and I hope you continue to have a miserable life and a miserable day while all of us prosper and have a great day. So back to the Michigan and Rutgers breakdown. Take a look at both programs side by side. First of all, Michigan coming in with the advantage when it comes to the offense. Rutgers coming in with a defensive advantage based on adjusted efficiencies and strength of schedule and opponent strength of schedule and all of that good stuff. Taking a look at Michigan, guys, they hit 53.3% from the field, an excellent shooting team, whereas Rutgers struggles to shoot the ball. Taking a little more in-depth look at the Wolverines, guys, 35.3% from out deep, converting 53.6% of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. Believe it or not, they're number 1 in the Big Ten in this Big Ten in this category at 52% in conference play. They're a 73% free throw shooting team in all of Division I. Turnovers are a very low 15.9. They're 23rd best in this category. Take a look at Rutgers on offense. They convert just 49% from the field. They're hitting just 30% from out deep. In conference play, all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk is down to a very low 47%. They're a 65% free throw shooting team, just a straight disaster when it comes to offense. Thomas, no doubt about it, they're still tailing the plays. No doubt about it. Yes, Jeff, personal plays till the NBA Finals on June 21st is only $1,000. Killer deal. And that's going to be going away here shortly. Skip S, what's going on? DJ Wavy in the house. What's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Definitely going to break the bank today, hopefully. Taking a look at the defensive side of things. Rutgers holding teams to 31.7% three-point shooting, holding them to 42.8% from 2-point plays. 71, let's see here. Michigan on defense, holding teams to 31% shooting as well. 46% of all their 2-point plays. 2-foul participation, no real advantage for either team. Rutgers hitting 13.4% of their playing time with 2 fouls in the first half. 5.7 for Michigan in this category, so no real advantage towards an over going a little added to the over with extra points because of 2 foul or nothing like that. No real advantage one way or another. Hold on one second, folks. Hold on one second, guys. All right. Back to this game. Height advantage. Slight height advantage for Rutgers, half-inch on average per player. Not a big deal there. Both go to the bench for over 30% of their total minutes. Danny D-Rock, was at Chase looking for a winner? No, definitely wasn't Chase. I did talk to him last night, though. Michigan relying on the free throws for not a lot. Excellent shooting free throw team, only relying on it for a total of 15% of their total points, 17% for Rutgers, which is probably a good thing because they can't knock them down. One aspect where Michigan relies on is the 3-ball, 33%. Rutgers is not relying on the 3-ball. Only 23% of their total points is relied on with a 3-ball attempt there. One thing that they rely heavily on is that 2-point play, every jump shot, layup, and dunk, which is a big number, just under 60%. And, they're going to have their hands full. Michigan is a very capable team on defense, as well as creating turnovers as well. So, as far as this one goes, taking a look at this one, I think the bookmakers have this one off. Obviously, Rutgers' record supports them being the better program, but again, it's all about what you're doing now, not what you've been doing over the course of December and January. Here we are, middle of February, guys, and Michigan had their little lull in the beginning of January, or middle of January, excuse me. They've bounced back. They've won 5 out of their last 6 games. Their only loss at home was a 3-point loss to Ohio State. This is a Michigan team that could not win on the road. They could not win on the road to save their life, and they weren't even close contests. And, 7-point losses seem to be the norm for them back in January. Well, this ain't January. It's February 19th. They've won their last 3 games away from the Chrysler Center, and I think they get another one today. I think this is definitely going to be a tough battle with Rutgers, but I think they match up exceptionally well. I think they definitely have the advantage when it comes to offense, 3-point shooting. The one aspect that scares me about them is their offensive rebounding, lack thereof of offensive rebounding at just 26.4%. Of all their rebounds are offensive rebounds. However, if they keep shooting 53.3% from the field, they won't have to worry about too many offensive rebounding opportunities. Definite rebounding opportunities definitely favor Rutgers, who comes in at just under 33%. But as of late, Michigan's been balling, and you guys know it's all about what you're doing now, not what you did in January, not what you did back in December or early November as well. Juwan Howard's got his little road struggles. I don't want to say fixed or worked out. However, they're definitely trending in the working out department because they've won 3 straight games away from their home court. So with that one being said, I do lean towards Michigan. I do lean towards Michigan in this one. The fact that they're getting 2.5 points, actually 3 points right now at Bovada. The line going from 1.5 to 2.5, and I've got a great feeling that we'll see even higher on this one. However, there is more money on Michigan right now. So as far as this one goes, I do lean towards Michigan. Not only plus the 2.5 points, but I like them at plus 125 on the money line as well. So again, I don't have any money on this one yet. I'll probably end up betting it, but I mean, I've got some action out there already. My game of the week, premium plays, my personal plays. This one wasn't strong enough to make the card, but it's definitely worth a second look. That's for sure. So I do lean towards the Wolverines plus the 2.5. And I also like them on the money line as well. So I think they get the job done at plus 125. I think there's value there. But if you were going to just choose one of them to bet, I would definitely take the 2.5 in case they lose by a bucket in OT or the end of the game. DJ 100 grand, what's going on? Alrighty, so next game day breakdown. That we're going to touch the Butler and Seton Hall game. Butler and Seton Hall coming up next. Killer K, what's going on? Alrighty. Next breakdown coming up. Butler at Seton Hall. Let me refresh the odds on this one, folks, for everybody. Seton Hall opening up as a big 6-point favorite at home. Line is now down to 4.5, 5, depending on where you're looking. 5 dimes still has them laying 5. The D Casino 5. Bovada, Bet DSI all at 5. Butler hanging in, catching 5. 4.5 now is the line at the Westgate, MGM, and Caesars and Station Properties. Total open about 134.5. It's up a full point to 135.5. And taking a look at both programs side by side. First of all, you've got the Butler Bulldogs 19-7 on the year. However, 3 out of their 7 losses have all came this month, starting in February, guys, losing to Providence, Marquette, and Georgetown. They've won 2 out of their last 4 games. However, they've won 4 out of their last 7 as well, with their last 2 wins coming over Villanova, beating them 79-76 at home, and Xavier beating them 66-61 at home as well. They are coming off a loss to Georgetown, losing at home 73-66 for a home loss. And first, guys, they're not playing at Hinkle Fieldhouse today, okay? So, throw what little home court advantage they have out. And let's take a look at how Butler has played on the road, okay? Their last road win came back on January 28th when they beat Georgetown 69-64. They just lost to Georgetown at home in the get-back game for Georgetown there. They did lose their last their last away game against Marquette. And they lost two before their win against Georgetown, losing to Villanova and DePaul. They have won on the road. They beat Providence on the road, St. John's on the road. They had a big 9-point victory over Purdue on a neutral site game. They beat Ole Miss on the road, 67-58. They beat Stanford in a super tough game, 68-67 on a neutral site game. They beat Missouri on a semi-away game. But this is a team that definitely plays better at home. Well, they did play better at home, with the exception of the last month and a half. So the Butler Bulldogs are definitely capable. Henry, I appreciate that. I'll get the frozen screen fixed. Notch some wins in the win column away from home. The Big East Conference guys are 7-6, coming off a conference loss to Georgetown. Definitely looking to round out their season strong before their conference tournament. There's only 5 games left for them. They got Seton Hall, Creighton, DePaul, St. John's, and Xavier, who they just beat on the 12th of February as well. Taking a look at their opponent today, Seton Hall guys, the Pirates from Newark, New Jersey. Kevin Willard and his program, 18-7, 10-3 in conference play. They've lost their last 2 games, both against Creighton and Providence. With their last game coming on Saturday, This last Saturday, they lost 74-71 on the road. They also lost 87-82 to Creighton at home as well. Before that, they had 2 straight victories to both Georgetown and Villanova. They had a loss to Xavier. Before that, went against Georgetown. Before that, they had a monster little 10-game run where they won 10 straight games. In the first 8 games in conference play, they start out 8-0, and here they are 10-3. They lost 3 out of their last 5 conference games, both Xavier, Creighton, and Providence. They've already beat Butler once this year. They beat them 78-70 on the road, and this is definitely going to be a tough game for them, okay? Taking a look at the numbers that support both teams. First of all, Butler coming in with the edge on offense, Seton Hall coming in with the edge on defense, much like the same scenarios as the Michigan and Rutgers breakdown. However, Seton Hall can shoot the ball. All right, this is definitely a Seton Hall team that can shoot the ball. They just lack in a couple categories, but so does Butler. Butler, guys, 52.4% from the field. They're a 28.9% offensive rebounding team. Turnovers are a low 17, respectable 17.1%, 2% below the Division I average. 34% shooting from out deep. Okay, that number in conference play dropped a little over 1.5%. 53.3% shooting of all their 2-point plays. A 73% free throw shooting team. However, in conference play, guys, for Butler, when they're playing in Big East conference play, they're hitting 75.5% from the charity stripe. Seton Hall, another team that can shoot the ball, hitting 50.6% from the field. They're a 29% offensive rebounding team. 29% of all the rebounds are offensive rebounds. 32.4% from out deep for the Seton Hall Pirates. 53.1% shooting of all their 2-point plays. That is number 1 in the Big East. All right, they are the number 1 2-point shooting team in all of the Big East as far as percentage goes. They are also a 72.5% in conference play free throw shooting team. If you put Seton Hall on the line, they will put some points up on the board. As far as 2-foul participation, no advantage for either team. Both participate, but not a big percentage. 20% for Seton Hall, 27% for Butler. It's definitely a factor when it comes into the total for a small percentage of the time. Height advantage. There is over 1.5 inch height advantage on average for every player coming out of Seton Hall. Seton Hall going to the bench for almost 35% of their total minutes, just under 30% for the Butler Bulldogs. Both relying on the 3-ball for almost 30%. But Seton Hall relying on the free throw for 20% of their total points. You put them on the line, they'll hurt you. As far as this one goes, we all know the previous record and Seton Hall's 78-70 victory on the road against Butler. Butler has actually played decent on the road at times. However, they have lost their last road game against Marquette. They are coming off a big loss against Georgetown. I think they struggle on the road today. I really do. I think Laval Jordan and his Bulldogs, I think they struggle on the road. I don't think they have an easy time. However, I'm not a big fan when the line came out at 6. Not a big fan when the line came out at 6. I think it's going to be a very close game. Not super close, decided by a couple buckets, 2-3 buckets. I think Seton Hall wins by 5, maybe 6 points at home. I don't think they have a big deciding blowout. The line being 4.5 now. I do lean towards Seton Hall laying 4.5. But again, not a big fan of it. But if you made me bet it, I would definitely lean towards it. As far as the total goes on this one, I think it's priced right. I don't think there's a real advantage for either way. I think the total being at 135 is right where it needs to be. I've got the game being, what is it? A 70-65 final. 70-65 final, which equals 135. So I don't see a real advantage one way or another to be able to bet the total. I don't see an edge. So for the total, I'm completely off. Completely off on the total. No opinion one way or another. Next one that we're going to break down. So there's that one. We'll get the next one up and running and getting going. Next one that we're going to do the Indiana and Minnesota game. I actually had quite a few people message me earlier and ask if I'd do this Big Ten matchup. You've got the Indiana Hoosiers 16-9 straight up, 6-8 in conference play, losing 5 out of their last 6 games going up against the Golden Gophers, another team that's absolutely struggling, losing 4 out of their last 5 games. They're 12-12 on the year, 6-8 in conference play, identical conference play numbers. And taking a look at both of these teams, but first getting to the odds on this one. If you're looking for the game number, it's game 845, 846. Line opened up, Minnesota laying 6. It's down to 5.5. Total opened up at 135.5. It's still hovering right around there, although I do see Caesars has it at 135. Daniel K89, God bless you, Kyle. Thank you, I appreciate that. Alrighty, so knowing where the line's being, Minnesota laying 5.5 right now, total over and under 135.5. Let's take a look at both dumpster fire programs. So let's start with the Hoosiers, who have lost 5 out of their last 6 games, losing to Maryland, Penn State, Ohio State, Purdue, and Michigan, with their only win coming by way of Iowa at home, a 12-point victory there. Taking a look at the Golden Gophers, guys, Richard Pitino and his program, they have lost 4 out of their last 5 games by way of Michigan State, 70-52. The Fighting Illini, 59-51. Penn State beating them 83-77, and Iowa beating them 58-55 at home in a close game. Their only win was at home against Wisconsin, beating them 70-52. First of all, let's take a look at home court advantage. Williams Arena, guys, holds 14,625 fans. It's the 35th largest home court advantage score of 3.6. Makes it the 73rd toughest place to play in all of Division I. And backing up to Indiana, can they win on the road? Can they win on the road? They have a couple neutral site victories back in early December against UConn and Notre Dame. Okay, they do have one true road game win, and that's against Nebraska, who they beat by 8, 82-74. Other than that, Indiana has been an absolute dumpster fire program on the road. Minnesota at home, they've lost 2 out of their last 3 home games, losing to Iowa on Sunday, 58-55, and losing to the Fighting Illini, 59-51, back on January 30th. Right in the middle of those 2 losses, they've got a win over Wisconsin, beating them by 18, wedged in the middle. Before that, they had a home loss to Michigan State. They also have lost to DePaul at home, 73-68. Other than that, they've played exceptional at home, beating Central Michigan, beating Cleveland State, North Dakota, Clemson, Ohio State, FIU, Northwestern, beating Michigan and Penn State, both at home in the middle of January. But remember, it's all about what we're doing now. Both of these teams are struggling. Both of them are looking for a green notch next to their name today. As far as this game goes, Indiana coming in with the 47th best offense based on adjusted efficiencies. Minnesota coming in with the 35th. When it comes to defense, both of them neck and neck, pretty even. No doubt about it, Indiana can shoot the ball, but they struggle from the charity stripe. Excuse me, I'm yawning. Indiana hitting 50.1% from the field, 32.4% of all their three-point plays, 50.7% of all their two-point plays, converting just 68% of their free throws. Conference play numbers, nothing really changed other than a couple percentages dropped. Free throw shooting down to 67.5%, two-point plays down to 47.2%. Taking a look at the Golden Gophers from Minnesota, guys, 48.3% from the field. This number is in the 45th percentile in conference play. They're hitting 32% of all their three-point plays all year long. However, in conference play, that number is a league worst 28.5%. They're a 47% percentile of converting all their two-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. However, they're converting nearly 72% of all their 2-point plays. 31% offensive rebounds for Minnesota, 33.6 for Indiana. Both teams turn over the ball, but none more than Indiana between this matchup at 19.1%, 17.2, for Minnesota. Minnesota's defense, one area that they lack is creating turnovers. They're definitely going to want to do that against Indiana today to even stand a chance. 2-foul participation, major advantage for Indiana as they participate just 13.8% of the time, 51.5% for Minnesota. Height advantage, half-inch height advantage on average for Indiana as well. As far as this one goes, with the 2-foul participation, the pace of play, Indiana being at 17.4 seconds, Division I average. Minnesota just slightly slower than that at 18.1 seconds on average per possession. Both teams relying on the free throw for a decent amount. Both more so Minnesota relying on the 3-ball than they do than Indiana does, as a nice low 22 percentile. But as far as this one goes, I know a lot of people on this one are on the under. I think if you're taking a look at it, you're not diving in depth, you're not comparing 2-foul participation. I can definitely see a case and plead a case for the under. However, I think the line's off. 135 I think is a good buy on the over on this one. No dog in this fight, but I do lean towards the over of 135. I think it goes over. I think it gets into the low 140s. Not a big number, but nonetheless, I do think it gets into the low 140s. And either way, it goes over 135.5. So I do lean towards the over on this one. Over 135. And with the line on Indiana being plus 5.5, plus 6 at Caesars, I think the odds makers are going to have this one off. I think it's going to be closer than everyone is expecting. I don't think Minnesota walks away with a big victory today. Both struggling programs, both looking for a big win. As far as coaching matchup, I like Archie Miller over Richard Pitino and the experience there. So I do lean towards Indiana. I can't talk today. Indiana plus the 5.5 on the road today. Alrighty. So, what we're going to do now, going to do another game day breakdown. For everybody that doesn't already know, my big guaranteed game of the week is later today. If you're not on it, you should be on it. Couple ways to get it. You can get it outright. It's $100 guaranteed to winner. You get the next one absolutely free. Must be signed up by 8 p.m. Eastern Time. College hoops. Nice big guaranteed to winner. You get the next one free with it. However, we're not dropping this one. You can do it that way. You can also do it by purchasing one of our bigger packages. They've got a 5-day package that includes premium plays or personal plays. My game of the week, guaranteed Saturday, and the big Sunday play, all for $250. So definitely going to be a great day today. And again, if you guys are new to the YouTube channel, first of all, hit the subscribe button. Okay? Hit the subscribe button. Tap that little bell right next to it. That way you get notified each and every single time we drop content. And then when you're done with that, do us a huge favor. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work that we do to bring you guys the free content 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We're going to be live again tomorrow. But like I said earlier, tomorrow's live show is going to be earlier in the morning tomorrow. I can't do it at noon Eastern. We'll be traveling back from the Phoenix area back to Vegas tomorrow. So Won't be able to do it at noon Eastern. I'll be on the road, so it's either we do it early or we don't have it at all. So tentative show schedule will be roughly around 9 or 9:30 in the morning tomorrow, East Coast time. So it'll be a little bit earlier, but as always, guys, if you miss a live show, you can always watch the archive version on our website, cappersdirect.com, as well as our YouTube channel. So there'll be plenty of opportunities for you guys to watch the live show, so that way you guys don't miss a beat. We'll break down tomorrow's action, put you guys on another free play as well tomorrow, and then we'll send you guys on your merry way, and I'll make the drive back from the West Phoenix area all the way back. And it's going to be a good time, that's for sure. Lydell Taylor, what's going on? Joe Jett, what's going on? Brian, what is going on? Christopher Baer, good afternoon. I see Marcus sneaking in there as well. Glad to have everybody here with us. I'm not going to have much time to continue to stay live today, so we're not going to have a full 2-hour live show, but we're definitely gonna have some fun today, and we're gonna keep this live show winning streak alive. If you've been tuning into the live shows, we have not had a losing day from the live show in the last 7 days, and 8 out of the last 10 days have all been winning days. If you're watching the live show, Reginald, what's going on, my brother? Glad to have you tuning in. Alrighty, so taking a look at what we've got today and what we can break down for you guys. Next one up that we're going to break down the Syracuse and Louisville game. Syracuse and Louisville coming up next. $7 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN. If you guys are looking for the game number on this, it's game 785, 786. Let me hit the refresh button on this one. Hit the refresh button on this one. We'll get it all up there. Matthew, no, I did not review the South Dakota State and North Dakota game. Did not go over that one. If I have time, I'll go over it, but I doubt I'll have time. Alrighty, so while everything refreshes on my screen here, I don't know why it just locked up, but we're waiting for it to refresh. But what we're going to be doing, give me 1 second, hold on. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 quick second, and then hopefully this page will be updated. Oh, there we go. It's just now refreshing. All right, now we can get going. All right, next breakdown game, 785, 786. Syracuse, Louisville. Louisville opening up as a big 9-point favorite. Total opened up at 144. It's it's down to 146.5. Actually, excuse me. It's up to 146.5. Seeing it all over the board. 145.5 at the D Casino here in Vegas. 145.5 at Bovada, but 146.5 at BetDSI. 146.5 at 5 Dimes. All over the board when it comes to the total on this game. But let's take a look at the side. First of all, Syracuse, guys, the orange, Jim Boeheim, 14-11 on the year, 7-7 in conference play. They've lost 4 out of their last 5 straight games. Losing to Clemson, Duke, NC State, Florida State, which is their most recent loss on Saturday, losing 80-77 on the road. And if you guys remember, hold on one second. All right. And if you guys remember, that was definitely a close game. Syracuse hanging strong with Florida State on the road. However, they did not get the job done. Same thing at home against NC State. They lost by 5. They did beat up Wake Forest in a very close game there as well. They lost by 9 to Duke at home, and they lost by 1 to Clemson. Out of their last 4 losses, they have been all close games. Before that, they had wins over Pittsburgh, Notre Dame, Virginia Tech, Boston College, and beating Virginia in overtime by 8. Shane says, I have a gut feeling I know what the game of the week is. Going to be a winner. Probably, you might be wrong. A lot of people have already been wrong trying to guess it. Thomas has bet Louisville at -9. Shane says, Matthew takes South Dakota State. Alan says, the two I like are South Dakota State and Auburn. Well, if Mr. Lim, if we were here trying to correct how I pronounce names, I'd probably have to start with your first name, and then we'd be here all day long just correcting me. So we all know I'm going to butcher everybody's names. I have fun doing it. Matter of fact, I do it on purpose a lot of times. Maul's dropping the big question. All right, guys, take a look at Louisville, 21-5. They have lost their last 2 games to Georgia Tech and Clemson. If you're trying to send me a text message, guys, I accidentally hit the update button, so the old iPhone is definitely out of commission until the damn update takes place. Who knows that'll happen. That happened 20 minutes ago. Yeah, that is a good answer. I like it. Alan, Kyle approves. We approve of that answer. Louisville losing to Clemson on Saturday, 77-62, losing to 15 on the road. They also lost to Georgia Tech on the road, losing by 6, 64-58. Before that, guys, they rattled off 10 straight victories. They're 12-3 in conference play. They rattled off 10 straight conference wins as well. Some of them closer than others. However, they did have some big blowouts, like against NC State as well. Taking a look at a little more in depth at the Louisville program and how they've played at home, guys. The KFC Yum Center, it does have a home court score of 3.5, which makes it the 85th toughest place to play. You're going to give them a 1.5, 2-point advantage for the fact that they're playing at home. When you take that into consideration with the line, if it was a neutral site game, they're basically saying Louisville would be favored by 7 on a neutral site game. Taking a look at both programs side by side, first of all, there's no denying Syracuse's offense's quality. They come in with the 19th best offense based on adjusted efficiencies. Louisville coming in with the 13th best, and based on our numbers and our system, based on adjusted efficiency, strength of schedule, quality of opponent schedule as well. When it comes to both teams shooting, both of them excellent shooting teams, both of them fairly decent offensive rebounding capabilities as well. Justice says, here's the game of the week, NC Greensboro -9 all day. Well, it's definitely not my game of the week, but there you have it, folks. Disclaimer, that's definitely not mine. But anyways, you want to know what it is? Feel free to go purchase it on the website, and then you guys will know exactly what it is. Syracuse, 51% shooting from the field, 29.7% offensive rebounding capability, 33.4% from out deep. They convert 51.2% of all their 2-point plays. And in conference play, they're the #1 free throw shooting team in the ACC at 77.5%. Okay? If you guys remember, more towards the beginning of the season, Syracuse was struggling like crazy from the charity stripe. they've definitely turned it around. They're shooting absolutely amazing from the free throw line, not just all year long, but even in conference play. Louisville, guys, with the exception of their 2-game skid against Georgia Tech and Clemson on the road, they have lost at home already this year. They lost to Florida State, where they lost by 13, 78-65 in a game there. This was, as far as how Louisville plays at home, other than that one little gaffe against Florida State, they've played exceptional at home. None have gone to overtime. They've been convincing wins, beating Virginia by 7, beating Wake Forest by 10. They beat Clemson by 18, although Georgia Tech did hold them strong, and they escaped by winning by 4 there. They beat Miami by 16. They beat Miami of Ohio by 1,000,000, and they beat Eastern Kentucky by 30-something plus points. Heck, they even beat Michigan by 15 at home, if you guys remember, back on December 3rd. I think we were on the wrong side of that one. So Louisville, definitely capable of defending their home court, and they do it exceptionally well. Taking a look a little more in depth at both programs. Both participate in the 2-foul participation. However, huge advantage for Louisville, just 13.4% of the time, 48.6% of the time for Syracuse, guys. Height advantage, over 1.5 inch height advantage for the Syracuse Orange. Bench minutes. Syracuse does not go to the bench very much, under 18% compared to the 33% of Louisville. Free throw shooting, both teams right around the 20 percentile. 3-point shooting, both teams over 33% for 3-point shooting, what they rely on their total points scored being. As far as this one goes, offense advantage for Louisville, slight, not much. Maybe it's a give or take. They're the better offensive rebounding team by a couple percentage, whereas Syracuse turns the ball over a lot less on offense. When it comes to the defensive advantage, there's a distinct defensive advantage all year long for the Louisville defense. Taking a look at Syracuse, guys, when it comes to conference play, they're holding teams to 32% shooting from out deep. Teams have had their way about them and their way with them as well, shooting all their 2-point plays. Let's see here, turnovers. The Syracuse defense, exceptional at creating turnovers, over 20.3%. Louisville defense, not the best when it comes to creating turnovers at just 17%. So there's edges in every single category. As far as this one goes, I definitely see it very evenly matched when it comes to paper. But as you all know, and evenly matched on Holy Cross on paper, that one didn't work out for us the other day. It was our only loss of the day on that one. But as far as this one goes, I see it evenly as far as numbers go. Now, they're both coming off 2-game losing streak. Louisville playing exceptional at home. Only a couple close battles at home. Everything else have been big convincing wins. Syracuse, out of their last 4 games that they've lost, they've all been under 9 points. Lost by 3 to Florida State on Saturday. Last Tuesday, lost by 5 at home to NC State. Duke, they lost by 9 at home. Clemson lost by 1 on the road. So definite close games. Clemson coming off a big win over Louisville. So as far as this one goes, as far as the side on this one, and this is just a lean on this one, I do lean towards Syracuse plus the 9. I think 9's a lot of points. I don't think that they're giving them enough respect, although they've lost 4 out of their last 5, so they really don't deserve the respect. Louisville at home has been top-notch, but it didn't matter home or away. Syracuse has been keeping games close. They're still losing them, but they're keeping them close. So I do lean towards Syracuse there. And now going to get you guys on a free play as well. Hopefully it'll be a nice big winner. I think it will be. Give me 1 second, folks. Just double checking stuff. All right, going to get this on the screen for you guys. Free premium play. Free premium play, Syracuse and Louisville under. We put it out as a premium play. We put it out at under 146. The line is already up at 5 dimes. Bet DSI, and it's moving fast in other spots to 146.5. So some money coming in on the over, which is perfectly fine. I'll take under 146, an extra half a point all day long on that one. Alrighty, so free premium play on that one. The under 146.5. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay. So there's a free premium play on that one. Should be a nice big bounce back day. If you're not on the rest of the premium plays, you probably should be. There's 4 today, and went 3-1 yesterday, 2-0 the day before than that. And it's definitely going to be a good time today. Make sure you guys get on board my game of the week. If you're not on it, you have plenty of opportunities to get on it. Remember, you can pick up 3 days of my premium or my personal plays, or 3 days of our premium plays for just $99. Get on my big game of the week for $100 guaranteed to win. You get the next one free. And remember, if you're new to this YouTube channel, if you're new, hit that subscribe button right down below. That way you get notified. Tomorrow's live show, normally we go live Monday through Friday, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. But tomorrow's live show is going to take place early, roughly around 9 to 9:30 Eastern time. All right, 9 to 9:30 Eastern time. I will be traveling immediately following the live show back to Las Vegas, so make sure you do not miss out. So that's why you want to hit that subscribe button. And again, if you do miss the live show, that's okay. You can always watch the archive version right on our website, cappersdirect.com, or on our YouTube channel. That way you do not miss a beat. Give me 1 second, folks. So, with that being said, good luck. Always bet within your means. Don't do anything stupid. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. Again, if you haven't already done so, do me a huge favor and hit that thumbs up button. That way we can get this video trending on YouTube. We had over 100 people here, only half of that hitting the thumbs up. 3 douchebags hitting the thumbs down. It's okay, I get it. You guys have a sorry life, but yet you're still here. All right, folks. Enjoy that free play. If you want another daily free play, we have another great daily free play video that's out there in college hoops. It's an 8 p.m. Eastern time game between George Washington and Duquesne. So make sure you guys go watch that video as well. All right, make sure you guys go watch that video as well and give that a thumbs up over there as well. So, folks, let's all have a great Wednesday, big hump day coming up, and let's have a great time. Good luck to everybody today, and we will see you guys all live tomorrow morning. And Henry, we are definitely going to hammer the crap out of the game of the week. Never Edge, you're very welcome. Shane, you're very welcome. Jeff, as always, definitely welcome. LKT says might not be a go. I'm not sure what that replies to. But again, welcome to the show. Never seen you here before, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you get notified as well. All right, folks, it is that time. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy.